Hi, I'm Aaron, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you through the brand new Transit Custom Tourneo. The Tourneo I'm going to be showing you through today is the Active in white, which is a no-cost option. It also comes in 6 other great colors. There is also the Titanium X. The Active doesn't come with any other selectable factory options. If you want some extra options, that's when you go for the Titanium X. We're starting in the back of the Tourneo. This is the coolest and the most important part of the Transit Custom Tourneo. It is based off the Transit Custom short wheelbase. We have taken out the 2 seats. This is normally an 8-seater. We have left the coffee table in and the rear seats for sort of a limousine style seating arrangement. These rear seats do slide forward but have a hard stop where the 3rd row would be at its maximum. Sitting in the back, there is lots of accessories back here. The lights with the grab handle, you've got tweeter speakers as well, a cup holder, a phone holder, as well as under seat storage across the row. The rear is also privacy glassed throughout. There's also a USB-C by the left knee. Part of the tri-zone aircon controls, you do get aircon vents all the way to the back. This will keep all your passengers nice and cool in summer and warm in winter. There are some controls for the rear seats located in the 2nd row. Pulling these seats out is super easy. There is a handle on the front and a grab handle on the rear. All you have to do is pull those 2 handles and the seat will lift straight out. The Transit Tourneo can also be set up as a bit of a boardroom to have meetings whilst you're getting chauffeured around or on the go. The seats do face rearwards, and you can have the front seats, the rear seats facing forwards, and a coffee table in the middle. I'm sitting in the back row. Once I pull the middle row all the way to the rear, me being 5'10", I have about this much legroom. It's not too bad, but you'd probably want to put the littler kids in the back. The rear seats are a 60-40 split, where the rear seat in the middle won't lay down by itself. However, the middle seat with the cup holders and the coffee table does, which is still very accessible from the rear seats. Now I've moved to the middle row. All the seats are upright and back as far as they will go. As you can see, the coffee table middle seat is super accessible if you decide to get some coffees on the go. Because the middle row are 3 individual seats, it is very easy to move these up and down where you would need them to be accessible. The climate controls are here. On the far left, you have the fan speed for the rear, as well as your off button, your auto to change where the air is coming from. And on the far right is the temperature control to make it colder or hotter. In the middle row, you will also see the speakers in the middle here, as well as those aircon vents that go all the way to the rear of the car. As you can see, the Tourneo in the rear is very customizable. There's 108 possibilities, having seats in and out and flipped around to suit whatever lifestyle or meeting or chauffeur that you're going to be doing. Both rear sliding doors have these little windows that will open to allow a little bit of fresh air in. They don't open massively, just a little bit. The driver does get an electric seat as standard with 10-way controls. The passenger seat is an 8-way manual seat. The seats in the Active are an active cloth seat with artificial leather trim. In the front of the Tourneo, you're going to see the same Squircle steering wheel you see in the Transit Custom. On the left-hand side, you're going to have all of your cruise control and lane keep assist, as well as your volume controls. The right-hand side, you will have all the buttons to customize the dash and go through all the system settings on the main screen. The Tourneo being an 8-seater, not a 9, you do have this nice space through the center for extra storage and climbing through to the front seats. Down the bottom of the center, you'll have your wireless phone charger, a 12-volt socket, as well as USB A and C. Above all that, on the left-hand side, you'll have a little tiny storage where you can put small items. If you take the rubber out, there are some bolt holes to mount some other accessories, such as a phone holder. Besides that, you get the bread basket opener with your cup holders. Above that, you'll have your front aircon, as well as your electric handbrake. On the right-hand side above the vents, you have your volume controls as well as your on and off for the radio, your max demister, your navigate to parking, all of your safety and settings for the car, such as the auto stop start, and all of your drive modes. On the left, you'll see buttons for both of the electric rear doors, so you can open those without having to get out of the car, as well as the lock button in the middle. Looking at our digital cluster, on the left, you're going to have your temperature gauge. Moving across, you have your gear selection. This is nice and easy to see because the shifter is on the column again in this model. The speed sign that was last read, as well as your speedo and your lane keep assist with your adaptive cruise control. Any warning lights with doors or handbrakes are open. your distance to empty, and obviously your fuel gauge on the far right. Using your buttons on the right hand side of the steering wheel, you can get into the menu and go through any of your trip computers and statuses, as well as all your settings, and audio will be on here as well. The power start stop is in a really easy to find location, really accessible from both sides. The driver and passenger front seats are heated. You can see these controls on the screen, very accessible from both sides. The Tourneo comes with dual zone climate control. You have your passenger side and also your AC on and off. In the middle is where you can select where you want the air to be coming from. You can even turn on the rear aircon from back here as well as change all the heating through this setting here as well. You've also got all your auto and your fan speeds on the screen, as well as your driver side temperature. On the far left third, you're going to see your navigation for your Ford maps, as well as the middle, you have your audio. This will be your radio or your Bluetooth if it's playing, your add phone buttons, so you can connect your phone wirelessly, and all of your settings, features, and the apps. By using the quick buttons that I went through before, you can get to all of your drive modes. You get normal, eco, sport, slippery, and the tow and haul on the active. Next to that button, you will get all of your safety settings. This will bring up all of your auto, stop, start, and your traction control settings. The third button in is your navigate to parking. This will bring up the Ford map and show you where the closest parking is. On the far right, you'll see all your light controls. The headlights on this are automatic. You can turn the knob and turn them on and off, or to headlights if you want. In the middle, you'll see your fog light button, and on the far right is the angle of your headlights. If you're doing any night driving down the highways, you can point them up a little bit if you need to. On the right-hand side of the steering wheel, you are going to see your shifter. This is completely electric column shifter. You pull down to go into drive, completely up to go to reverse, and park is on the tip button. There's also 2 USB points in the right-hand side here. Moving to the passenger side, you can see you have an extra storage at the top, as well as the usual glove box with your aircon vents and your cup holder. Looking at the front now, you can see the Ford LED lights with the daytime running lights, the white Ford badge on the front as well, standard with these Transit Customs, as well as the redesigned grille. On the side, you have your blind spot monitoring built into the mirrors, your active badge, as well as the 17-inch rims. The active also comes standard with keyless entry. Put your hand behind the door to open it, as well as put your hand over the little notch on the side to lock the vehicle. The key fob, you'll also get your lock and unlock, as well as the rear unlock buttons. You also do get a double press to open the left and right electric doors. On the side of the door, you can see that little window from before. You can also see the privacy glass through the back of the vehicle is quite dark, so anyone sitting in the back is going to have a little bit of extra privacy. Something new to this generation of Transit Custom and Tourneo is the independent rear suspension throughout the range. Moving to the rear of the vehicle, you can see this nice big dark window, as well as, again, the white Ford badge with the awesome Tourneo lettering in black. The reverse camera. Next to the camera is a button to open the rear gate. It is not electric. Moving inside the van in the rear, on the left-hand side, you can see a panel that can be pulled off to reveal the jack. Below that is a speaker for the rear as well. On the right-hand side, you will see another panel. Behind here is just electronics and motors. It's not something super important to the regular customers. Below that is a button for the lights. These are on the tailgate and can be shone straight into the rear of the car, so you can light up when you're getting your luggage. It will also light up the floor below the tailgate for you as well. Below that, we have an aircon vent, as well as another 12-volt socket. In the rear of the vehicle, you can lay both of these seats down to have a nice flat table, or to have some extra storage for your luggage on long trips. All these seats can be easily removed with only pulling a few handles and some manual labor. You can take every single seat in the rear out to have a full-size courier van. Thank you for watching our video on the all-new Tourneo. If you do have any questions, don't forget to leave them down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.